Okay, so I want to tell a little story about this girl I used to know named Jin. Jin Yu. This little Chinese girl that was one of my supervisors when I worked for a political campaign in 2013. This was the Nassau County Democrats, and I worked as a door knocker, like knocking on people's doors on behalf of Tom Swazi, who was running for Nassau County Executive. It was a simple job. They give you a list of addresses, knock on the door, say, you're on this list, sir. Please vote for Tom Swazi, sign this pledge card, whatever, gay ass shit. Pay you like $10, $11 an hour. For pretty easy work and whatever. So, Jin is one of the managers. And she is about the nerdiest, most pathetically nerdy Asian person you're ever going to meet, right? And unlike some nerds who can accept that they're nerdy, they're not in the cool crowd. They don't really try to be. All their friends are nerds, other nerds, and they accept, but this is their life. This is who they are. No, not Jin. She was the nerd that was always trying to be one of the cool kids, and the harder she tried, the more of a dork it made her look like, right? Holy shit. Right down to the fact that, she would say a curse word, and you could see the look in her face. She felt like a badass. Like, she'd say the word fuck, and, a foot was added to her height. Like, instead of 5 feet tall, now she's 6 feet tall. Because she just said fuck or shit. Yeah. And every single time before we would go off and knock on doors, we would get around in a circle and have this little pre-game meeting or whatever. Why, I don't know, because we did the same exact thing every shift. It wasn't like we needed instructions. But she'd be like, come on guys, gather around. Come on, let's go. Gather around. And then she would do this ridiculous thing where at the end of this briefing, at the end of every one of these things, she'd go, okay, guys, come in. Like the high five. Everyone high fives together at the same time. Come on, guys. Let's go. Left, left, left. Because the right is seriously fucking wrong. And we're like, what the fuck? She's every time. The right is seriously fucking wrong. Jesus Christ, you're pathetic. And, of course, she also felt inadequate because she was some 5 foot tall, nerdy little Asian girl and no one really respected her. So she'd always try to get a little bit too big for her britches. This one night, there was this girl, her name was Whitney, right? She was this big black girl from Amityville. Now, Whitney was a real badass. Whitney is the type of girl that would probably beat the shit out of most guys. I mean, she was from the hood. She was pretty tough. And she probably took shits bigger than Jin. Well, Whitney had to leave her shift a little bit early to go pick up her daughter from daycare or something. And Jin decides to be a hard ass and go, Whitney, no, you can't leave, okay? I didn't give you permission to leave. Yo, Jin, I'm going to pick up my daughter, yo. What's wrong with you? I gotta go. They can't hold her anymore at the daycare. I need to get her by 6 o'clock, aight? And she's like, Whitney, you can't leave, okay? I didn't give you permission. I'm sorry about your daughter. Like, she's actually doing this shit, right? Unbelievable. And Whitney's looking at this girl like, bitch, are you fucking crazy, yo? Yo, what? And then finally, after a minute of this, Jin tells Whitney she wants to talk to her in private, right? No, it was the other way around. Because they were in there for a few minutes, and Jin comes out literally in tears. You could see a little, tear on her cheek. I don't know what Whitney said or did to her, probably put the fear of God in her little ass. But she looks at Whitney and goes, "You can go, Whitney. It's okay. You can go." She's like, "Damn right, bitch. Like, if you ever tell me what to do again with my daughter, I'm a fucking beat your little Chinese ass." Basically what she said. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of it. And of course, this is somebody who never drinks, never smokes, never does anything remotely radical in her entire life. And she went out to a bar with some of the people from the campaign after work. And allegedly, it was the first time in her life she'd ever drank alcohol, despite being, God, what was she, like 23 already? She was in her 20s, I know that. And people told me she had like a half a beer and got wasted. And with the placebo effect on top of it, she thought she was even drunk. She starts acting like drunk, like really drunk. Everyone's like, "Gin, you had half a fucking beer. Even you aren't wasted." "I'm so drunk." "No, you're not. Shut the fuck up, Gin." Oh my God. Like, she was a really sweet person. You tried really hard not to like her, but she could just get annoying as fuck. as she found out about herself when that girl Whitney almost killed her ass. But yeah, that was the story of the great Jin Yu. What a girl! What a fucking girl!